Hello and welcome, my Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need read for this new moon to full moon in September 2021? I'm your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons. But you can call me Mal. How you doing, my Scorps? My wonderful, magnificent, fixed water signs. I have no idea what that was on my table. Oh, something from my bracelet shot off. There we go. It's a pearl kind of shell thing there for fixed water. For you all, if you're new to the channel, the 5-card draw is just one card from 5 different decks. We're doing 4 oracles and 1 healing system today to get you the clues, tips, and hints that you need for a specific timeline. In this case, a waxing moon from the new moon in Virgo to the Pisces void, of course, full moon. We'll get that in a minute, right? So a reading to look at what you need. What do I need? Read, asking the divine through these card systems what it is that you need to focus on, be aware of for this waxing moon. You're going to plant the seed at new, and you're going to watch it grow to full. Let's look at that timeline. We are looking at the new moon in Virgo on Monday, September 6th at 8:52 p.m. There's something about that date. It's new moon in Virgo. Yeah, it's my birthday. Yeah, my birthday on a new moon. Unfortunately, it's also on Labor Day. I was born on a Labor Day weekend because, you know, born tarot reader. Why wouldn't the signs be there for that? A little literal on my in my account there. But which means we have to go through a dark moon in Leo weekend on Labor Day here in the United States. So you might want to check if you haven't already, or even if you have, check again the waning moon reads I did from the last full moon to this new moon. You just might want to have a look-see-duck-see on that one, the shadow reads. Other than that, you know, standard YouTube reading rules apply. It's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs to get information about the scenario we're about to look at, or maybe another one that is working that waxing moon tide. If you want to book me for a reading, there is a video in the description box called Booking a Reading with Mal. It's about 13-14 minutes. I had a lot of fun doing it. People seem to enjoy it. Just telling you what goes down before, during, and after, how to book me, and all of that. Other than that, I guess both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will do the same to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can, my beloved Scorpios, for this new to full. Please take a nice deep breath. Yes, and I had a client today too, so I'm like all nice and warmed up. Did the Libra reading, then a client, now my Scorps. Good day today. So one more nice deep breath, feeling the vibe here for you. Oh, right, as each deck represents one of the 5 magical elements, fire, earth, air, water, spirit. Forgot about that part, right? So we're going to look at your element of fire, right? Your will, your intention, your desire, what you want to cast for, intend for at new moon. One more nice deep breath. Here we go. I call upon the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism. Please, can you give us one magical spell card by Lucy Cavendish for the element of fire? I love her name. I love her work. Please, for the Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, just leave the card in my hand. What is their perfect element of fire? What they yearn for, what they burn for, their heart's desire, that they can set into motion this new moon, manifesting hopefully by full moon. In September, Grace. I wrote a book called Words of Grace. It's a really good book. And if you know, people are like, what do you want for your birthday? I'm like, buy my book, man. What does any author want? Just buy their book. $9.99 USD on Kindle. Links in the description box. So Grace. Could talk about it forever, but I'm going to read you what's on this card. Grace, blessing, come to me and set me free. Well, that's interesting. What do you want your freedom from under grace and in perfect ways? I do recommend the work of Florence Scovel Shinn. It's going back over a century or so. The word is you want, power of the spoken word, all that stuff. Let all things in my life manifest. May all things in my life manifest under grace and in perfect ways. Grace is a divine substance. I told you I wrote a whole book about it, highly influenced by the work of Carolyn Myss, MYSS, Entering the Castle, Defy Gravity. Just her work on grace is exemplary, transformed my life. There are probably links in the description box for classes that I did on the subject too. Just saying. Your element of earth, the crystal oracle. Whether you have the stone or not, doesn't matter. Whether you want to get the stone or not, you do you. But it is an oracle. I'm going to read from the bookie book on this one because it's a neat, kind of calls it out on the carpet. I like this book and deck a lot. Breathe. As I call on my beloved Archangel Ariel, Archangel of the North and the powers of Earth, what is their perfect crystal oracle card and message, whether they have the stone or not, whether they get the stone or not, to help them ground, stabilize, and feed fuel to that fire of grace that they want for this new moon to full moon next. Phrenite, right? P-R-E-H-N-I-T-E. Now, someone else got this. Taurus got this, your opposite sign. I don't remember exactly what it was off the top of my head. It's an interesting stone. I've seen it before. It's just I'm not usually drawn to that lime green. I'm a malachite kind of guy. You think with my initials that could be a part of it? Possibly. Pre-night. It's the H. I hope it's silent. Pre-night then. Otherwise it's pre-night. Sounds scary. Interesting looking stone. Almost looks like beach glass, actually. Come to look of it here. You tell me, does that or does that not look a little bit like beach glass? I think it does. Phrenite, profound spiritual love. Good to start off with for a keyword. Protection and prophetic vision. Now this is right up your alley. By the way, as a Scorpio, the water signs tend to be a little bit more mystical in that we can handle the mysteries without always having to intellectually know what's going on with the divine at the time. And with this grace here to set you free, well, profound spiritual love tends to set you free because love is the only thing that's real. You are about to gain a profound spiritual insight in the form of a prophetic vision which appears to you in your dreams or at a time in which you least expect it. Visions usually come unbidden, right? It's when you're sitting there and you're fasting, and, right? You're meditating and prayer and all that, and it doesn't come. And then, you're walking down the frozen food aisle at Stop and Shop, and, it's you. Or maybe that's just me. Through this, you realize at the heart of the matter, only love exists, and that our perception of good and evil are simply a human illusion. Pop quiz. I'm such a teacher. Good or evil? Well, it depends on how you use it. In and of itself, it's neutral. Everything here is at the love is at the heart of the matter in all things. A deep inner knowing will swell from within you, and you will realize that all is literally bathed in love. Nothing you can ever harm you or have a negative effect on you apart from your own fears. And that is the soul's perspective. That is the soul's truth, right? Our perspective. The soul knows it's immortal, it's eternal. See, it's not that you are a body and you have a soul. You are a soul that is temporarily focused in a body. Not your first time on planet Earth, most likely. If you're following my channel, one would think. So that truth that we know when we are not in body, we come here to forget so that we have the experience of remembering in a linear time frame. That was probably a bit much, but you're a Scorpio, you'll feel it out. Through this experience, you will have no doubt that a higher force does exist, and that through this higher force, all is possible as you begin to trust in the universal power of love to guide you, your life will take on greater meaning and purpose. And honestly, with this, grace, blessing, come to me and set me free, set you free from the chains that bind your spirit, that bind you back from your authenticity, the realization of your own divine nature. And that's not just a mental thing. To realize it emotionally, to make it real for yourself in the element of water as a divine being with that open heart, that is grace. But grace takes practice. I used to live with dancers, female dancers at the time. I mean, ballerinas, you know, bunheads, the whole nine. Ugly feet, right? Because what they have to go through, I mean, cutting off calluses with scissors is rough. But there you go. That's the world of the arts for you. A lot of work goes into it. So this isn't just lazily lolling down the river. I'm sure as a Scorpio, there's been a lot of work that you've been doing in whatever situation this pertains to. Now, I don't have a piece of prehnite. I guess I could order one. Honestly, I'll work with malachite. That's just fine for me. You do you. Let's get you element of air. Healing with the Angel's Oracle. Now, fire needs air. You can have a desire, but if you don't think about it, what happens to the desire, right? So take a nice deep breath. Let's ask the angels. There we go. As I call upon the angels of water and the powers of the West, please, the Gabrielite Archangel, one card in clarity for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, because it feels like they're setting up for a waxing phase of the spiritual revelation, honestly, with grace and that all-encompassing love, a clarifying vision, knowing there's a higher force at work in their lives. That's pretty major. What's their element of air? Right? The healing angels that they need to think about, read about, communicate with, pray to, meditate on. Something element of air, elephant of air, Dumbo, element of air to feed the fire, grounded by that stone prehnite for this new to full 2021. Trust. Trust and believe. Trust. Now, trust in who? Trust in what? Who doesn't have trust issues? Come on, who doesn't have trust issues? The issues that need to be healed. Well, you try and trust in things horizontally in this world. Sometimes it's a bitch, sometimes it's a breeze, sometimes love's blind, and sometimes it sees, right? But to trust this way, that there is a higher force, that I'm not really in control down here. Nobody really wants to admit that, particularly a Scorpio. So, you know, that there is a higher plan, there is a higher power, and to set me free from the chains that I perhaps have forged around myself that only I can break, but with the divine, really getting that even those chains served a purpose. He said, jangling his banglies on his wrist there. Element of water. Here is your element, the Whispers of Love Oracle, my client today. I was like, all right, let's turn the party. She knew exactly what I was talking about. She laughed. The party turned your deck. Please take a nice deep breath. Element of water, element of water. Here we go. The higher selves of all involved. 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. I don't know if anybody else is involved in this. With them, this feels like between them and the divine. So please, what is the element of water? The emotion, the energy in motion that makes this all work for them with this fire of grace, this prehnite vision, all-encompassing love, revelation, dealio going on with the healing angels of trust, perhaps healing their trust in the divine, regardless of name. One light, infinite lenses. We're allowed to pick and choose to see that light through because it's hard to stare at the sun for too long. So please, what do you got for them? Their element of water, this new to full. Be authentic to who you are. Be authentic to who you are. You are asked to be real and true pertaining to who you are and how you feel. Look, a lot of people are coming out of closets. Now I'm not just talking about the gender preference. Blessed be, we're souls first. You do you. That's my take on it. Live and let live. Fairly take, fairly give. Wiccan Reed poetic version during Valiente. It's my favorite line in the whole damn thing. Blessed thing, sorry. Don't cancel me on that. Be authentic to who you are. No, Scorpios are known to hide themselves, of course, depending on planetary placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Can you trust? That was for you. That's like, you gotta cough it up. You gotta say, this is how I feel. Right or wrong, this is how I feel. And honestly, with this grace going on, this might be an overflowing of divine love inside of you, true love inside of you, or at least grace and experience of the mystical substance of the divine within your energy field, which is always surrounding us. It's just like a radio frequency. Are we tuned to it, right? Being authentic is being truthful, at least to yourself, right? Inside, I may have to tell everybody else this, and this right now, but inside, I have to face this within myself, because there's a thing about trusting the divine. Well, but, you know, in other lives, I've been authentic to who I am. I got burned at the stake, you know, name it, name the persecution, crucified, pick your poison. So to trust that it's safe to do that now, regardless of in what closet you might be coming out of. And honestly, it is time for that. We need as much actual soul light showing through as many individuals as possible to help raise the vibration of the planet, which is annoying, but nonetheless the truth. We're true. How can we expect others to be truthful if we're not truthful with ourselves? It's just not fair, right? This is intense. I mean, look, Scorpios, you're going to be secret keepers. I got a Pisces moon. I know about being a secret keeper, right? We all have our secrets, but, you know, sometimes our secrets, we're as sick as our secrets too, right? Because it bothers us. So, I mean, that's more of a waning moon shadow read here, but with that grace, remember, grace is like the breath of the divine coming in and like lifting you up. It is a means of miracles that you can trust in, but sometimes you can't until you can. It's just how it is. Let's get you a healing mantra card. They really want you to know how loved you are. You can feel that. Be authentic to who you are. There's nothing wrong with you. Not like perhaps people might say or you might think. The healing mantra cards by Matt Kahn. Let's do this. I hear you. All right. The ascended masters of spiritual evolution, because that's kind of what this feels like. Like, even in my solar plexus, there's this feeling of like real personal power being developed here, but it's highly influenced by the divine and their trust in it. So please, one card in clarity for the Scorpio collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, wanting grace, blessings to come to them and set them free, which I know it doesn't rhyme, but I had to change the pronouns. With pre-night, right? That spiritual revelation, vision, getting that everything is bathed in love. Like, even if it's for a split second, that is so transformative. With the healing angels of trust, if they call them in, they're going to be shown what they need to think, what they need to see, what it is that they believe that is no longer trustworthy, so that they can be authentic to who they are, that the divine loves them exactly as they are in every moment and in every breath. So be there, right? Be there the best that you can, and everybody else is going to have to figure it out for themselves. So what's the perfect healing mantra for them, please, my beloved Ascended Masters? To charge this, right? Like, they put together the spell, they say the mantra, and they keep the mantra going for 2 weeks. Integrating the ego. Libra, the last reading, just got this. That's why I take so long to shuffle. Everything is for me, not against me. And certainly, if you are dealing with a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, you might want to check that one. All right, integrating the ego 2 times in a row. Oh, here we are, integrating the ego. Please take a nice deep breath. Breathe this one in. Everything is for me, not against me. When your ego is integrated, there are no problems to fix or questions to answer. They're just the aligned responses of the soul's reality, acknowledging life as a fertile ground where greater expansion is revealed. That from the soul's point of view, this world is our opportunity to be authentic, to show our light, to experience in a linear timeline our divinity, which is eternal, which doesn't mean all time. It means timeless, outside of time. As you integrate your ego, every moment can be seen to be conspiring for your highest evolution instead of plotting against you, because the ego is always going to see it as a threat. It just does. The ego is always at war. It worries, anticipates, and regrets, gets you coming and going. But the soul is always raw. It respects, acknowledges, and welcomes, including all of the feelings that you're going to deal with in being authentic to who you are. Let me read this last bit. This mantra is ideal for overcoming victimhood, being more grateful, and becoming more forgiving. And I feel like that gratitude is going to be obvious if you really work this. Grace, I mean, look, I wrote the book Words of Grace because I was already teaching it for years, the Grace curriculum. It's on my Vimeo on demand. I dropped all the prices because I did those videos like 5-6 years ago. But when my career was destroyed, I mean, dark night of the soul, worst thing you can do to a Virgo, right? Take away their way of service. We don't know who we are for a while. Well, here I am now. That book came out of that process. Those were the prayers that I was saying. So there are graces for every chakra, right? So look, call in that grace. You don't need the stone, but if you can get it, get it. Because visions, wear it on your third eye if you want, with this healing angel of trust and being authentic, and you will see that everything that has ever happened has been to make you better, that it's all happening for you. And the Course in Miracles, point blank, says this is not happening to you, this is happening for you. But is it the you with the capital Y or the you with the lowercase y? And we're talking the big Y. The divine you. Let me put it together in a blessing for you. Please take a nice deep breath. Here we go. As I call upon my pantheons of the divine angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, higher selves, the ancestors, all of them, please may the Scorpio collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need this new moon to full moon in September 2021, that they can integrate their ego, that everything is for them, not against them, particularly when being authentic to who they are. They're being asked to be real and true pertaining to who they are and how they feel. And if others don't like it, only so much you can do about that, but that's where the trust in the divine comes in. To trust that they are in a process, that they are the sign of transformation. Scorpio ruled 8th house dynamic. Transformation, mysticism, other people's resources, money, sex, power, to trust that there is a higher force there, which a vision is coming for them. In some way, shape, or form, when they least expect it, they can do as much preparation as they want. Maybe a piece of pre-night would be helpful. But regardless, all of this coming through their dominant intention for grace. Grace, blessing, come to me. Come to me and set them free for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So motivate. And so it is. It's a little hard to play with the rhyme scheme and the pronouns on that, but the vibe is there. Why? Because I love my Scorpios. I really, really do. My older brother, I'm the youngest, so I only have older brothers and an older sister, Matthew is a Scorpio. Filthy, filthy sense of humor, but a good guy. I love Scorps. And they speak to my Pisces moon, which is always empathic towards a Scorpio, whether I want it to be or not. So, look, if you want to go deeper on this, I do readings pretty much every day for people. Reach out. The video, booking a reading with Mel, is in the description box. Or if you really want to go for the Words of Grace, be a lovely birthday present for me if you'd like to go buy my book, $9.99 on Kindle, link in the description box. Otherwise, Venmo. Venmo, PayPal, send me a birthday, something or other. Why? Because I'd like to take a few days off for Labor Day weekend. I have a feeling that's not in the cards. Otherwise, honestly, what a really, really wonderful read. Just remember, everything is for me, not against me. Everything is for me, not against me. And certainly reach out and get the support and help that you need. Otherwise, wishing you all the very best and the very, very blessed of this new to full moon in September 2021. My beautiful Scorpios, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.